Hello everyone, so welcome back. So in this lecture we will continue with our discussion on exercise 11.2. So equation of a line angle. So let's revise what we have done till now. So this is three-dimensional geometry. So in this exercise we have learned equation of the line, and we have learned equation of a line which passes through a point, and जिसके पैरेलल हमें क्या गिवन है, एक वेक्टर गिवन है, right? So so let's say this is my axis x y z, and this is some point A. So जिसका position vector है A, and a line passes through this, and B vector is parallel to line, right? So I can construct my line because एक line बनाने के लिए मुझे क्या चाहिए, तो एक point और direction चाहिए. So I can construct the line like this, and for which we defined कि any general point on the line उसके लिए position vector क्या होगा. So R vector can be calculated, right? So it can be calculated as A vector plus lambda times B vector, right? So this can be this vector, right? So R vector is A vector plus lambda times B vector. We also learned, so this is first form जिसमें हमें क्या given है, point and a vector parallel to the line, right? So we also learned second form जिसमें हमें क्या, तो line बनाने के लिए we can be given also 2 points. So अच्छा, इसका इसका कार्टेशियन फॉर्म क्या है इस इक्वेशन का? So इसका कार्टेशियन फॉर्म है x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c, and they are all equal to lambda. और यहाँ पे x, यहाँ पे r and a, we can define your r vector as x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap, which is some general point. A vector, which is the point on the line, can be defined as x1 I cap plus y1 j cap plus z1 k cap, and B vector can be defined as A I cap plus B j cap. This is the direction, ABC direction ratios, C k cap. Similarly, we had the 2-point form. Let's say these are my axes, and मेरे पास दो points given है. इन दोनों points से passing line का equation बनाना है मुझे, and इन दोनों points के position vector भी given है मेरे पास A and B. So this has the position vector A, and this has the position vector B. So, and I want to find the equation of the line that passes through these 2 points, and we define the line का equation इस case में क्या आता, A vector plus lambda times B minus A vector. So why was that? Because we can find, let's say this vector in this triangle, missing vector red, यहाँ पे मैं red से draw कर रहा हूँ, ये वाला vector हम निकाल सकते हैं. I can say A vector plus this vector, which let's say O A B, right? So A B vector is equal to क्या है, इनका resultant क्या है, B vector. So I found A B vector is B minus A vector. This is a vector parallel to line, right? And we have just used the previous equation. And इसका Cartesian form क्या होता? So Cartesian form बनाने के लिए R vector and A vector तो same है. So A vector is defined now as x1 I cap, y1 j cap plus z1 k cap. But B vector is not same as the previous question. B vector इस case में क्या है? B vector is the position vector of point B, which is x2. So हमारे पास दो points given है, x1 y1 z1 and x2 y2 z2. So x2 I cap, y2 j cap and z2 k cap. So we define the Cartesian form as x minus x1 divided by x2 minus x1 is equal to y minus y1 upon y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. We also defined, so let's say they are lambda. The third thing we did till now, तीसरी चीज हमने क्या करी थी, तीसरी चीज was the angle between two lines. So let's say this line and this line. Let's say this first line has the equation r vector is equal to a vector a1 plus lambda times b1. and the second vector is second line is r vector is equal to a2 vector plus mu times b2 vector. So we already know पहली वाली लाइन से पैरेलल वेक्टर क्या है, b1 वेक्टर है. सेकेंड वाली लाइन से पैरेलल वेक्टर क्या है, b2 vector, and we can find the angle between these two vectors if we want to find the angle between these two lines. So we can define cos theta as b1 dot b2 divided by mod b1 mod b2. This is from the definition of the dot product. हमने cos theta की value निकाल ली. But this can be positive or negative. But if you want to always find the acute angle, so cos theta must be positive. So we keep a modulus here to keep the result positive. So this is the angle between two lines. Now फिर हमने चौथी चीज define करी थी, distance between skew lines. So fourth thing we did was distance. So ऊपर यहाँ इस केस में of course we did condition for if two lines are perpendicular. We also did condition if two lines are parallel. So parallel lines के केस में we had the condition कि जो उनके direction ratios है, so a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2 should be equal to c1 by c2, right? And perpendicular lines के केस में we did a1 a2 plus b1 b2 plus c1 c2 must be 0. So these were the two conditions for parallel lines and perpendicular lines. So this is also what we did in the previous lecture. So यहाँ पे a1 b1 c1 क्या है? So b1 vector क्या है? a1 I cap है ना, b1 j cap plus c1 k cap. So this is the direction of first line, right? And b2 vector क्या है? a2 I cap plus b2 j cap plus c2 k cap. Okay. Now we did distance between skew lines. So if I have two lines which do not meet and they have at some point they have the minimum distance, and इसका equation given है r vector is equal to a1 plus lambda times b1 and r vector is a2 plus lambda times b2. So we define the distance, the minimum distance between them as, हमने वहाँ पे मॉडुलस लगाया था क्योंकि we want to keep the answer to be positive, and we had a2 minus a1 का dot product with b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. So the ऊपर ये क्या है, scalar triple product, right? a dot b cross c, and this is a determinant. Determinant का mod लेना है, नीचे क्या है, एक क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट से जो वेक्टर आएगा उसका मैग्नीट्यूड है. एंड व्हाट इज द, इससे हमें क्या मिली थी, कंडीशन ऑफ कोप्लेनैरिटी. सो कंडीशन फॉर कोप्लेनैरिटी या फिर इंटरसेक्टिंग लाइंस. Two lines which are not parallel are coplanar or they intersect if the distance between them is 0, and we find a2 minus a1 vector का dot product with b1 cross b2 must be 0. So this is the condition for coplanarity of two lines. Now fifth last thing we did was distance between parallel lines. So distance between parallel lines. तो इस केस में डायग्राम वाज लाइक कि दो पैरेलल लाइंस हैं, इनके बीच में हमें डिस्टेंस निकालना है. दिस लाइन वाज r वेक्टर इज इक्वल टू a1 प्लस लैम्डा टाइम्स b वेक्टर, एंड सेकंड वाली लाइन का भी लेट्स से a2 इज प्लस लैम्डा टाइम्स b, तो दोनों का सॉरी म्यू टाइम्स b. सो द आर्बिट्ररी नंबर चेंजेस बट द डायरेक्शन ऑफ बोथ लाइंस इज अलोंग b वेक्टर, राइट? दोनों किससे पैरेलल है, b वेक्टर से. सो In that case, we find the total the smallest distance between them was a2 minus a1 का क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट with b vector divided by magnitude of b, and ऊपर वाला ये भी टर्म वेक्टर आ रहा है, right? It's a cross product, so and distance cannot be a vector, so there is a this mod here, but this is क्या magnitude, right? This is magnitude of this vector divided by magnitude of b vector, and this is how you can define the smallest distance between parallel lines. So I should mention parallel lines are always coplanar, right? Okay? Two parallel lines are coplanar, right? Okay? Two parallel lines are coplanar. So this statement is always true. Remember, दो lines है. Of course, there is a plane that passes through these two. But are three lines coplanar? Is that statement true? So अगर मेरे पास तीन parallel lines हैं तो क्या coplanar ही होंगे? Let's say these are my two lines, and third line coplanar हो सकता है, but third line imagine कि एक line point ऊपर से जा रहा है. So एक line ये रहा, एक line ये रहा, एक line ये रहा, and these are not coplanar, right? Because these are in one plane, these are in one plane, and these are in one plane. So हो सकता है. So this statement is true, but तीन parallel lines हो सकता है, they are not coplanar, right? So हो सकता है कि they are like this. कि these are three parallel lines, right? So not necessary to they are coplanar. So there can, because you can see एक plane ये हो सकता है, right? एक plane यहाँ वाला हो सकता है, and एक plane नीचे से passing भी हो सकता है, right? So they are not coplanar mostly. So okay, so last thing I want to mention before I exercise is important. So this is general point on a line. So general point on a line. For example, if I have a line, let's say x minus 1 by 2 is equal to y minus 2 by 3 is equal to z minus 3 by 4, some made up line is equal to lambda. So this is the equation of a line, right? X minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c. So मेरे पास point है एक line पे, right? 1, 2, 3. ठीक है? This is the point on the line. We also have direction of the line. We have b vector as 2i cap, 3j cap, 6k, 4k cap. So this I note down from these numbers, right? 2, 3, 4. Direction of the line. Okay. So, but how can I find other points on this line? So to find other points on the line, you can find the value of x. X कितना आ रहा है? 2 lambda plus 1. You can find the value of y, which is 3 lambda plus 2. And z is 4 lambda plus 3. So I can write my x, y, z coordinate on this line as some general coordinate which depends only upon one variable lambda. 2 lambda plus 1, 3 lambda plus 2, and 4 lambda plus 3. And lambda belongs to real. For all the real numbers, you have all the points that will lie on the line. For example, let's do an example. So find a point on the given line. So this is our given line. On the given line, for which x coordinate is double of y coordinate. So to do this question, you first need to find the general point on the line, जो क्या आ रहा है 2 lambda plus 1, 3 lambda plus 2 and 4 lambda plus 3, and we'll write the general points के form में equation कि अच्छा x coordinate क्या है. So 2 lambda plus 1 is double of the y coordinate, which is 3 lambda plus 2. We can find from this equation value of lambda, and we can in that sense we can find the point itself which will lie on the line. So I will get 2 lambda plus 1 is equal to 6 lambda plus 4, and I get 4 lambda is equal to minus 3, and lambda is minus 3 by 4. Okay, so हम coordinate निकाल लेते हैं. So let's find the coordinate now. So coordinate which is x, y, z, it is 2 lambda plus 1. So 2 into minus 3 by 4 plus 1, comma 3 lambda plus 2, 3 into minus 3 by 4 plus 2, and 4 lambda plus 3 आए है ना, plus 3. So plus 3. So for lambda की value कितनी है? Minus 3 by 4 plus 3. Okay. So what are the results now? So let's see. So this is 1, 2, minus 3 by 2 plus 1, which is minus half, and this is minus 9 by 4 plus 2. So minus 9 by 4 plus 2, which will become 8, and minus 1 by 4 and 0. Okay, so this is the coordinate that lies on the line. यहाँ पे x coordinate के double है y coordinates, right? You can multiply minus 1 by 4 with 2 to find this result. So very important concept that we have learned is general point on the line. Okay, I will put it in a box. So this is very useful in solving difficult questions in 3-dimensional geometry. आप general point निकाल लो line पे. So let's move to our exercise. Okay, so show that these three lines with direction cosines are mutually perpendicular. So if है ना, if let's say इस line का direction cosines ABC, direction ratios ABC है, direction cosines L1 M1 N1, and इस वाली line के direction ratios are L2 M2 N2, and if they are perpendicular, if these two lines are, let's say if I remove this, right, and I draw a line which is perpendicular to this. So if they are perpendicular, the condition must be L1 L2 plus M1 M2 plus N1 N2 is 0. You can imagine we are taking dot product, right? L1 I cap, M1 J cap, N1 K cap is the unit vector in that direction. L2 I cap, M2 J cap, N2 K cap is the unit vector in this direction. If they are perpendicular vectors, then dot product is 0. But this is the same condition I wrote just above कि अगर दो lines perpendicular है, right? If two lines are perpendicular, so ये रहा A1 A2 B1 B2 plus C1 C2 is 0. So this is in terms of direction ratios. Direction cosines के term में L1 L2 plus M1 N2 plus N1 N2 is 0, right? So perpendicular lines. So and I have to show that these three are mutually perpendicular. So मैं let's find between first की minus, so 12 by 13 into, so I am taking 1 and 2 से numbers, L1 L2 कितना आ रहा है 4 by 13 plus minus 3 by 4 into 12 by 13 plus minus 4 by 13, so this is 13, I'm sorry, minus 4 by 13 into 3 by 13. So this all comes out to be 48 by 169 minus में 36 by 169 minus में 12 by 169, which is 0. So I can say these are direction ratios, so I can call this as B1 cap, right? So direction ratios of B1 vector, right? And this is B2 vector and this is B3 vector. So I can say B1 vector is perpendicular to B2 vector, right? because this term is 0. And similarly, we can find B2 का dot product with B3. So B2 and B3 से मुझे क्या मिल रहा है? L1, L2, so this is 4 by 13 into 3 by 13 plus 12 by 13 into minus 4 by 13 plus 3 by 13 into 12 by 13. So this comes out to be 12 by 169 minus 48 by 169 plus 36 by 169. So this is 9. So this is also 0. And similarly last, so I can say B2 and B3 are perpendicular. B2 is perpendicular to B3. And then I can do the same thing with B1 and B1 and B3. So our first line is the first direction perpendicular to the last direction. Let's see. So we get basically the same numbers, right? So 12 by 13 into 3 by 13, L1, L2. So 12 by 13 into 3 by 13 plus minus 3 by 13 into minus 4 by 13 minus 3 by 13 into minus 4 by 13 plus 12 by 13 into minus 4 by 13 into 12 by 13. So minus 4 by 13 into 12 by 13. So this is negative. Okay. So कितना आया है number? So this is also 36 by 169 minus 12 by 169 minus 40. Last number plus. So this is plus. Last number is negative minus 48 by 169. So this is also 0. So I can say B1 vector is perpendicular to B3 vector. So I can say all three direction cosines represent three mutually perpendicular directions, right? Okay. So now let's move to next question. Show that the line passing through this vector is perpendicular to the line passing through, so passing through these 2 points is perpendicular to line passing through the other 2 points. So इस क्वेश्चन को करने के लिए do we have to find the equation of the line? No. So let's say I will just find, मेरे 2 पॉइंट ले रहा हूँ A and B, ठीक है, जिनके कोऑर्डिनेट्स हैं 1 -1 2 and I am taking this B जिसके कोऑर्डिनेट क्या है 3 4 -2 and what I will do is find AB वेक्टर, ठीक है। तो AB वेक्टर कितना आ रहा है? सो इन दोनों से पासिंग कोई तो लाइन होगा, राइट, ठीक है। सो जो भी होगा वो लाइन, वी आर नॉट राइटिंग दैट, आई विल जस्ट फाइंड AB वेक्टर। फाइनल माइनस इनिशियल 3 - 1 I कैप प्लस 4 + 1 J कैप प्लस में -2 K कैप and which simplifies to 2I cap plus 5J cap minus 4K cap. Now let's find the line passing through the other 2 points. Let's say these 2 points lie here. So let's say ये एक point है, ये एक दूसरा point, ठीक है। So let's say 0 3 2 and this is 3 5 6. Doesn't matter, कहीं पे भी draw कर दो and I can find is let's say इसको मैं P नाम दे रहा हूँ, इसको Q. I can find PQ vector and then I can, this is the vector parallel to this line, right? So PQ vector is final minus initial, so 3 - 0 I cap plus 5 - 3 J cap plus 6 - 2 K cap. So this is like b1 vector and this is like b2 vector. ठीक है, these are vector parallel to line 2, right? And this is vector parallel to line 1. So if these two lines are perpendicular, then b1 dot b2 must be 0. So let's find b1 dot b2. b1 vector dot b2 vector is coming out to be, so ये कितना था, इसको सिंप्लीफाई नहीं किया हमने, 3i 2j and 4k. So what is b1 dot b2 vector? This is 2i 5j minus 4k का dot product with 3i plus 2j plus 4k. So this is 2 into 3 plus 5 into 2 plus में minus 4 into 4, which simplifies to 6 plus 10 minus 16 and which is 0. So b1 vector का dot product with b2 कितना आ रहा है, 0, which implies b1 vector is perpendicular to b2 vector. So I can imply line 1, देखिए, so line 1 is perpendicular to line 2. Okay, so hence proved. These two lines, so the line passing through this point, these 2 points and that 2 points are perpendicular. तो उसमें हमने लाइन का इक्वेशन निकाला नहीं, I just found वेक्टर पैरेलल टू लाइन 1 एंड वेक्टर पैरेलल टू लाइन 2 और मैंने उनके बीच में क्या कर दिया, डॉट प्रोडक्ट कर दिया. दैट्स सिंपल एज दैट. So this is a question of dot product rather than it's not that much difficult. So let's see. So question number 3 check करते हैं. So show that line passing to these 2 points is parallel to the line passing to these 2 points. ठीक है, so A ले लेते हैं, B ले लेते हैं. So A is 4 7 8 and B is 2 3 4 and let's find a vector parallel to this line which is AB vector, right? ठीक है, so B1 vector which is AB vector कितना आ रहा है, 2 minus 4 I cap final minus initial 3 minus 7 J cap plus में 4 minus 8 K cap. So minus 2 I cap minus 4 J cap minus 4 K cap. Okay, so this is B1 vector and now I can define A1 B1 C1 also, right? Which are the direction ratios. So direction ratios क्या आ रहे हैं इस लाइन के, these are -2 comma -4 comma -4. Okay, so let's find B2 vector. Let's say कोई हमारे पास 2 points given है, यहाँ पे क्या given है, 2 points इस question में. So let's say B2 vector passes through let's say these 2 points P and Q. P के points है -1 -2 1, Q के points है 1 2 5 and PQ vector निकाल लेते हैं which is B2 vector, right? This is the vector parallel to line 2, right? ठीक है, so I can find now B2 vector which is PQ vector which is a vector parallel to line 1. So this is vector parallel to line 1 and this is a vector parallel to line 2. So कितना आ रहा है, so final point Q है, so 1 plus 1 I cap plus में 2 plus 2 J cap plus में 5 minus 1 K cap. So this is 2 I cap plus 4 J cap plus 4 K cap. So इसमें डायरेक्शन रेशियोज क्या आ रहे हैं, which are A2 B2 C2. These are 2 4 4 एंड पैरेलल लाइंस के केस में हमने क्या सीखा था, कि direction ratios must be proportional. A1 by A2 is minus 2 by 2, which is minus 1. B1 by B2 is minus 4 by 4, which is minus 1. C1 by C2 is 4 by 4, which is minus 1. So minus 4 by 4. And so I find A1 by A2 is equal to B1 by B2 is equal to C1 by C2. So which implies line 1 and line 2 are parallel, right? Okay, line 1 and line 2 are parallel. Okay, so this is the condition for parallel lines. Direction ratios will be proportional. So let's move to next question. So find the equation of the line which passes through this point and is parallel to this vector. तो दोनों फॉर्म में आंसर लिखते हैं, वेक्टर फॉर्म, कार्टेशियन फॉर्म. सो किस पॉइंट से पास कर रहा है? तो लेट्स से दिस इज द पॉइंट ए, राइट? ठीक है, तो let me call this point as A, right? This is our point on the line, right? ठीक है, so definition, by definition this is R vector plus A vector plus lambda times B vector. So मेरे को क्या given है? Coordinate of point A, so I can find OA vector या फिर A vector, right? ठीक है, and which is the position vector of that point, which is 1 I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. And हमारे पास क्या given है? B vector given है, which is vector parallel to line. So this is vector parallel to line. So this is 3 I cap plus 2 j cap and minus 2 k cap. And मैंने यहाँ पे लिख दिया vector form, and now I can find R vector is I cap plus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap, which is the A vector, plus में lambda times B vector 3I plus 2j minus 2k. We can also find the Cartesian form. We can convert it or we can write directly also. The Cartesian form के लिए, so this is the vector form. Cartesian form के लिए, what do we require? So Cartesian form के लिए form is एक point और direction given होती है, तो x minus x1 by a. So I can write now ABC, right? These are the direction ratios. ABC क्या है? तो मैं B vector के components लिख दूंगा, which are 3, 2 and minus 2. And x1, y1, z1 क्या है? x1, y1, z1. So this is the point on the line. क्या given है point? 1, 2, 3, right? ठीक है, and all I require is this. And Cartesian form क्या बोलता है? x minus x1 by a. So should be equal to y minus y1 by b should be equal to z minus z1 by c. So you can find x minus 1 by 3 is equal to y minus 2 by 2 is equal to z minus 3 by minus 2 as the equal to lambda, some variable lambda, right? So Cartesian form. So let's move to next question. You can always convert between these two also. I've already told that how to do that in the previous lectures, दो lecture पहले. So you can also always watch the theory. So let's see. Question 5. Find the equation of the line in vector and Cartesian form that passes through the point with position vector this and is in this direction, right? So A vector given है, position vector, right? कितना given है? 2i minus j plus 4k. So this is position vector of a point on the line. Position vector of a point on the line. और क्या given है? Vector parallel to line, which is defined as B vector, which is I cap plus 2j cap minus k cap. And by definition, line must be A vector plus lambda times B vector. So I found the equation 2i minus j plus 4k plus lambda times I plus 2j minus k. So let's check the numbers again. Yeah, 2i minus j plus 4k, I plus 2j minus k. So इससे हम कार्टेशियन फॉर्म यहीं से कन्वर्ट कर सकते हैं. We don't need to write x1 y1 z1 and a1 b a b c. तो मैं यहीं से कन्वर्ट कर सकता हूँ इसको. So I just define r vector as position vector of some arbitrary point x I cap, y j cap, z k cap, right? And just by defining that, I find x I cap plus y j cap plus z k cap is equal to 2 plus lambda times I cap and minus 1 plus 2 lambda j cap and 4 minus lambda k cap. So मैंने right side में I, j और k के components common ले ली and now I compare I cap के coefficients. I find x is 2 plus lambda and मैं lambda की value निकाल लूँगा इससे and I find x minus 2 is lambda, right? And but I will write divided by 1, right? So j k components I will say कि y is minus 1 plus 2 lambda and इसकी value कितनी आ गई lambda की, यहाँ से y plus 1 by 2 and k के components I can find z is equal to 4 minus lambda. From this I can find z minus 4 by minus 1 is lambda. तो हमारा कार्टेशियन फॉर्म मिल गया which says x minus 2 by 1 is equal to y plus 1 by 2 is equal to z minus 4 by minus 1 is equal to lambda. You could have written this directly by writing x1 y1 z1, right? x1 y1 z1 आपको यहाँ से मिल जाता कि x1 y1 z1 इससे मिल जाता पोजीशन वेक्टर ऑफ द पॉइंट से which will be 2 minus 1 4 and यहाँ से आपको ABC मिल जाते हैं 1 2 minus 1, right, which are divided in the denominator 1 2 and minus 1 and यहाँ पे subtract over x1. So it can be compared to x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, z minus z1 by c is equal to lambda. So next question. Okay, find the Cartesian equation of the line which passes through the point. Okay, so a point given है. So this is minus 2 4 minus 5. This is a line passes through this point, right? Okay. Passes through a. Okay, so OA vector जरूरत नहीं है, हमें कार्टेशियन फॉर्म ही चाहिए, so मेरे को स्मॉल a वेक्टर निकालने की जरूरत नहीं है. Okay, so and line is parallel to this vector. Line is parallel to this line. Sorry, line is parallel to given line x plus 3 by 3 is equal to y minus 4 by 5 is equal to z plus 8 by 6. तो इसमें से कौन से numbers important है? Well, the numerator में जो numbers है those are not important that much क्योंकि I don't require this point, but these are very very important. These represents ABC, which are the direction ratios of the line. They represent the direction of the line. So direction, and our line is parallel to that line, right? So direction ratios of our line must be same of line passing through A so direction ratios of line passing through A are same as direction ratios of given line, right? And क्या है ABC इस केस में 3 5 6 and this is like x1 y1 z1 जो point given है line पर, right? Point given है, direction given है, and we can find the line, right? So equation of our line is x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c is equal to lambda. So we find x minus x1, so which is 2, so minus 2, so it will become plus 2 divided by a, which is 3, y minus y1, so y minus 4 divided by b, which is 5, and z minus z1, so z plus 5 divided by c is कितना है यहाँ पे 6 है, okay, is lambda. So this is the Cartesian form, right? So already found the answer in the Cartesian form. So यहाँ पे अगर ध्यान से दोनों लाइंस को कंपेयर करो, नीचे वाले नंबर सेम आ रहे हैं, 3, 5 and 6. ऊपर we have to just put the point, right? जो given है, right? ठीक है? So it is as simple as that. So now let's try another question. So हमने कर लिए पहले 6 questions. Let's try 7th. The Cartesian equation of the line is given. इसका वेक्टर फॉर्म निकालो. अच्छा, तो कार्टेशियन फॉर्म को वेक्टर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करने के दो मेथड्स हैं. सो यू कंपेयर it to x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b, and z minus z1 by c. This is the Cartesian form. And मैं क्या नोट डाउन कर लेता हूँ इससे, x1 y1 z1 which is the point on the line, कितना होगा वो 5, minus 4, 6. Okay, and I will also note down direction ratios of the line, so which are ABC, and those are 3, 7, 2. From this I can define two things, small a vector and small b vector. So this is position vector of the point, which is 5 I cap minus 4 j cap plus 6 k cap, and I can also find the direction of the line, which is 3 I cap plus 7 j cap plus 2 k cap. And vector form क्या होता है लाइन का, a vector plus lambda times b vector, right? R vector is equal to point on the line plus lambda times direction of the line. So 5i minus 4j plus 6k plus lambda times 3i plus 7j plus 2k. So this is method 1. Method 2 can be, you can compare the question में जो आपको given है, तो क्वेश्चन में हमें गिवन है ये इक्वेशन, ठीक है. सो आई हैव टू पुट इट हियर. क्वेश्चन में हमें गिवन है ये इक्वेशन, एंड यू कैन ऑलवेज पुट इट इक्वल टू लैम्डा. इफ आई पुट इट इक्वल टू लैम्डा, आई कैन फाइंड द वैल्यू ऑफ एक्स. एक्स कितना आ रहा है 3 लैम्डा प्लस 5. वाई कितना आ रहा है 7 लैम्डा माइनस 4, and z की वैल्यू इज 2 lambda plus 6. So I compared x वाला ये form to lambda and I found x, y and z तीनों के value, and now I can find the r vector. R vector is defined as general point जो x, y, z आ रहा है आपका, उसका position vector है, ठीक है. This is position vector of the coordinate x, y, z. And now I can just put the values in. So r vector की value कितनी है x times I cap. So x कितना है 3 lambda plus 5 I cap plus 7 lambda minus 4 j cap and plus 2 lambda plus 6 k cap. So I will write the terms without lambda first, which are 5i minus 4j plus 6k, put it in a bracket. Then lambda wale terms are 3i plus 7j plus 2k, and this is the vector form. So, and you can see this result and this result are same. Okay? So you can do it using conversion कि आप lambda से compare करके r vector लिख लीजिए, which is the position vector of the coordinate general point. ठीक है, position vector. This is the, and these are the general, these are also the general point. हमने आज सीखा था, right? General point on the line, right? ठीक है, जनरल पॉइंट ऑन द लाइन क्या है, एक्स वाई जेड, and which is in this case this is 3 lambda plus 5, 7 lambda minus 4 and 2 lambda plus 6, and ठीक है, this is position vector of some general point on the line. And by that you can find the equation, or you can just compare and find a x1 y1 z1 and abc and put them in the vector form. So your choice how to do, however you want to do it. So eighth question. So find the vector and the Cartesian form of the equation which passes through origin and this point. ठीक है, so our line passes through 0 0 0, right, and it also passes through a point, let's say so this is the point A and point B, which is 5 minus 2 3. So दो पॉइंट से पासिंग लाइन का इक्वेशन कैसे लिख सकते हैं? वेल आई हैव नाउ वेक्टर फॉर्म पहले लिखते हैं, तो उसके लिए मेरे को क्या निकालना पड़ेगा, ओ ए वेक्टर, right, this is the small a vector, this is the position vector of the first point, this is 0 I cap plus 0 j cap plus 0 k cap. I have to find OB vector, this is position vector of the second point on the line, this is 5 I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap. And 2 point form क्या होता है का वेक्टर फॉर्म में, this is r vector is equal to a vector plus lambda times b minus a vector. So let's put in the numbers. So b minus a vector can be calculated, it is same as b vector, right? So r vector is null vector, right, 0 I cap 0 j cap 0 k cap plus lambda times b vector which is 5i minus 2j plus 3k, and इसमें से हमें क्या subtract करना है, null vector, right? ठीक है, so you can write 0 vector or 0i 0j 0k, your choice. So I find r vector कितना आ रहा है, lambda times 5i minus 2j plus 3k, okay, and even this answer is correct. You can write r vector is equal to some point on the line, it can be b vector plus lambda times b minus a. So even this answer is also not wrong. If you write 5i minus 2j plus 3k as the point plus lambda times b minus a, which is say this same thing, right? These two represent same result, because you can take that vector common, अंदर आ जाएगा lambda plus 1, lambda plus 1 will become lambda dash, right? ठीक है, so this is also correct and this is also correct. Okay, so what is the Cartesian form of this equation? So Cartesian form के लिए I will not convert it, conversion की जगह I'll write the direct result. I will write x1 y1 z1, which is the and x2 y2 z2, which is 0 0 0 point on line 1, and this is 5 comma minus 2 comma 3. So result क्या होता है कार्टेशियन फॉर्म के लिए? So x minus x1 by x2 minus x1, right, is equal to y minus y1 upon z2, y2 minus y1 is equal to z minus z1 upon z2 minus z1. So ऊपर मैं 0 वाला ले रहा हूँ, so x minus 0 upon 5 minus 0 is equal to y minus 0 upon minus 2 minus 0 is equal to z minus 0 upon 3 minus 0. I find equation कितना आ रहा है, 5x by 5 is equal to y by minus 2 is equal to z by 3, right, is equal to lambda. And you could have done the same thing from the vector form also, right? Vector form में ये रहा, right? आप आर वेक्टर को लिख देते क्या, एक्स आई वाई जे जेड के, एंड आई का कॉम्पोनेंट इज 5 लैम्डा, सो एक्स इज इक्वल टू 5 लैम्डा, एक्स बाय 5 कितना हो गया लैम्डा। ऐसे ही आप लैम्डा की वैल्यू जे कैप और के कैप को भी कंपेयर करके निकालोगे, एंड यू फाइंड लैम्डा के 3 वैल्यूज, एंड यू जस्ट राइट दिस इक्वेशन, राइट, दिस इज द कार्टेशियन फॉर्म। एंड ऑफ कोर्स आप ऊपर दूसरा वाला पॉइंट भी यूज कर सकते थे, 5 minus 2 3, so even alternate answer can be, alternate result can be, so x minus 5 divided by 5 minus 0, right, so and y minus y plus 2 upon minus 2, and z minus 3 by 3. Okay, this is also correct. Oh, so this one was done, 8th क्वेश्चन हो गया था, तो हमें करना 9th क्वेश्चन। Find vector and Cartesian equation of the line passing through these 2 points. So vector form के लिए I need a vector which is position vector of the line 1, so of the point 1 क्या है वो 3i minus 2j minus 5k, position vector of point 1, b vector which is 3i minus 2j and 6k. So b vector से confusion होता है कि b vector direction तो नहीं है, but this is the position vector of the second point. So I will write, यहाँ पे mention करेंगे, these are position vectors of 2 points, ठीक है, on the line. And if you remember form क्या होता है, r vector is equal to a vector plus lambda times b minus a vector, because b minus a vector is a vector parallel to the line, so we will find b minus a vector which comes out to be 0i 0j plus 11k. So r vector can be written as 3i minus 2j minus 5k. This is a vector plus lambda times b vector, so lambda times 0i plus 0j plus 11k. So this becomes the vector form and I will convert this into Cartesian form, and you can convert करने की जगह आप डायरेक्टली भी लिख सकते हो Cartesian form. So let's convert this. So I will write r vector as, इसकी जगह क्या लिखेंगे, xi yj zk, which is the position vector of some general point r. So general point capital R on this line, and this is equal to, well, if I combine these two, so thing is मैं इससे क्यों कर रहा हूँ उससे क्यों नहीं कर रहा, because let's see, I'll not drop the terms of lambda, I will write, बस मैं 3i नहीं लिखूंगा just because यहाँ पे 0, I'll write 0 lambda, ठीक है, so let's see why, then minus 2 plus 0 lambda j plus minus 5 plus 11 lambda k, and इन तीनों से मुझे क्या निकालना है, मुझे लैम्डा की वैल्यू निकालनी है. सो I cap के coefficients I find x is equal to 3 plus 0 lambda, and I find, so even if division by 0 आ रहा है that's fine, x minus 3 by 0. J cap के result के साथ we are getting y is equal to minus 2 plus 0 lambda, and I find y is equal to, so lambda की वैल्यू कितनी आ रही है, so this is lambda, y plus 2 by 0 is lambda, and k cap के coefficients है we find z is equal to minus 5 plus 11 lambda. So z plus 5 by 11 is lambda. So we find x minus 3 by 0 is equal to y plus 2 by 0 is equal to z plus 5 by 11 is equal to lambda, and you will find the same result even if you do x minus x1 upon by x2 minus x1, right? क्योंकि x2 और x1 क्या है, यहाँ पे देखो x2 और x1 दोनों के दोनों क्या है, 3 है, राइट? ठीक है, तो डिवाइडेड बाय x2 minus x1 and y2 minus y1, ये भी 0 आ रहा है, राइट? z2 minus z1 is 11, so that is divided by 11, right? So let's compare this result from the back side of the NCERT. Has he left the answer like this? So this is question number 9th. So divided by 0 and divided by 0, right? Okay, and this can be a problem अगर convert करते time if you drop these terms, right? ठीक है, लिखे ही नहीं, ठीक है, and then you find x is equal to 3, right? X is equal to 3, so you will find x minus 3 is 0, and you will be not able to find the value of lambda. So write it in the exact form. Okay. So what about this line? कि यहाँ पे division by 0 क्यों आ रहा है? Because this line has no components. ठीक है? So it has, so इसके ABC are 0 0 11. So ये कौन सा डायरेक्शन में है? लाइन का डायरेक्शन इज अलोंग xz. So line is along z axis. It has no components. तो ठीक है, ये जो लाइन है z एक्सिस के टुवर्ड्स जा रहा है, इसका कोई कंपोनेंट x या y की तरफ नहीं है, ठीक है? सो टू बी नोट, so it's just a note. So these zeros, what do they represent? They represent line parallel to z axis, क्योंकि x और y के नीचे कंपोनेंट्स क्या है, 0. So now let's do 10th question. So find the angle between these pair of lines. So this is very easy, one mark question है. So this is the b1 vector, this is the b2 vector, ठीक है? b1 vector, b2 vector, these are vectors. b1 and b2 क्या है? Vector parallel to line 1 and line 2, right? ठीक है? Vectors parallel to line right? ठीक है? And इन दोनों के बीच में जो एंगल होगा, that will be the angle between lines. So I can find cos theta as मॉड्यूलस ले रहा हूँ मैं b1 डॉट b2 का, so that my theta is acute, and divided by magnitude of b1 and magnitude of b2. So I am using dot product का definition कि a dot b is magnitude of a magnitude of b into cos theta, and हमने a dot b का भी magnitude मॉड्यूलस लिया हुआ, so that I find the acute angle. So cos theta इस केस में कितना आ रहा है? फर्स्ट केस में this is 3 into 1 प्लस में 2 into 2 प्लस में 6 into 2, which is the dot product of these two vectors, divided by magnitude of first vector. तो यहाँ ऊपर क्या लेना है, मॉड लेना है, बट इट्स एनीवेज पॉजिटिव आ रहा है, एंड नीचे फर्स्ट वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड कितना आ रहा है, 9 प्लस 4 प्लस 36. सेकेंड वेक्टर का मैग्नीट्यूड आ रहा है 1 प्लस 4 प्लस 4. सो कॉस थीटा इज, ऊपर वाला नंबर आ रहा है 3 4 and 12. सो 4 and 12 is 16, 16 plus 3 is 19, and नीचे आ रहा है 7 into 3. So cos theta is 19 by 21, and आपका एंगल कितना आ गया, cos इनवर्स 19 by 21. Okay, so that is the answer for the first question. Similarly, you can do the second question, which I will do a little bit more directly. तो ये भी काफी डायरेक्टली किया था मैंने, बट लेट्स डू दिस वन. तो यहाँ पे मैंने नोट डाउन किया b1 and b2 वेक्टर, b1 वेक्टर and b2 वेक्टर which are, ठीक है, and cos theta is magnitude of, modulus of b1 dot b2, which is 1 into 3 प्लस में -1 इंटू -5 ax bx ay by plus az bz which is -2 into -4 divided by modulus of the first vector which is 1 plus 1 plus 4 and modulus of the second vector which is 9 plus 25 plus 16. So let's simplify this. Cos theta is 3 plus 5 plus 8, so 16 divided by root 6 and this is 34 and 16 root 40. So कम इसको सिंप्लीफाई करना पड़ेगा. So रूट ऑफ पहले मैं 40 में से लेट मी टेक 4 कॉमन. सो बाहर आ गया 2, अंदर बचेगा 6 बच रहा है और एक 10 बच रहा है. 6 और 10 में से भी एक 2 बाहर आ गया. सो cos थीटा, तो यहाँ पे एक 2 कैंसिल हो गया. 8, एक और 2 कॉमन लेते हैं. सो 8/2 एंड नीचे आ रहा है 3 into 5. ओके, सो 4 and cos theta, and what I will do is rationalize this. So into root 15 by root 15. So cos theta 4 root 15 by 15. So theta is cos inverse 4 root 15 by 15, and अगर rationalize नहीं करके लिखोगे so you can just leave this as the answer 4 by root 15 also, right? Theta की value cos inverse. So let's see. So this is the यहाँ पे आ रहा है 8 and 5 and root 3. So 5 भी बाहर आ रहा है. So 5 कैसे बाहर आ रहा है? Let's check. One and 4 is 6. Okay. 8, 5 and root 3. So he is leaving just root 3 in the denominator for the second part. So कहीं mistake हुआ क्या? So 1 into 3 minus 1 into -5 minus 2 into -4 which is -8, sorry, +8 plus 5 plus 3 which is 16, which is correct. And this is root 6 which is also correct, and this is also fine. So root 40. So let's check the answer from the NCERT itself. So हो सकता है यहाँ पे misprint हो. So 10th question NCERT के पीछे. 8, 5 root 3 ही given है. So let's see. Must be some mistake. Let's calculate this again. Okay. So let's check if we made any mistake. So dot product between the vectors associated with nu and lambda. So they, because those are the directions, I'm getting 1 into 3, 1 in -1 into -5, -2 into -4, and natural numbers are square of 1, square of 1, square of 2, which are 4 and 6, and niche 9, 25 and 16. So this is fine. And this is numerator is 16 and denominator में आया root 6 and we made a mistake here. So 34 and 16, which is 40, which was also fine. So I think our answer is correct. Mostly NCERT has some kind of mistake. So let's continue. So I'll just leave the answer. So under is 6, which is 2 into 3. 42 into 2 into 2, 8 into 5. So ये 4 2 में से 2 2 बाहर चले गए. So 16 by 2 into 2 कैंसिल हो गया and ये ऊपर बच गया 8 फिर 4 और नीचे बन रहा root 15. So theta is cos inverse 4 by root 15. So there is no root 5 root 3 in the denominator as NCERT mentions. I think this answer is correct. So let's move to next question rather than wasting time here. So you can check your NCERT if it has different answer, or check the web also if you found different answer. So let's check. Find angle between these two lines. So 11th. यहाँ पे b1 and b2 vector can be noted down from the denominator, right? These numbers a, b, c and a1 b1 c1 and a2 b2 c2, right? Okay. So these numbers represents the direction of line 1 and line 2. So I can find first part के लिए b1 vector कितना आ रहा है, abc note down करने के बाद I can just say 2 I cap 5 j cap and minus 3 k cap, and b2 vector कितना आ रहा है, minus I cap plus 8 j cap and plus 4 k cap. But हमेशा ध्यान से करें इस क्वेश्चन को. You should always see the line का equation should be in the form x minus x1 by a is equal to y minus y1 by b is equal to z minus z1 by c. So इससे मेरा मतलब क्या है कि x का कोएफिशिएंट, y का कोएफिशिएंट, z का कोएफिशिएंट न्यूमरेटर में क्या होना चाहिए 1. तो x के साथ में क्या आना चाहिए नंबर पॉजिटिव 1. अगर कुछ डिफरेंट है यू शुड मेक इट 1. ठीक है, x के साथ में क्या है 1, y के साथ में क्या है 1, z के साथ में क्या है 1. ठीक है, एंड विच इज करेक्ट इन दीज टू बोथ दोनों क्वेश्चन का. सो आई कैन राइट ए बी सी. सो मेरे पास डायरेक्शन आ गए दोनों लाइन के. आई कैन फाइंड द cos थीटा as dot product of these two. So 2 into minus 1 plus 5 into 8 plus में minus 3 into 4 मॉड्यूलस एंड नीचे क्या आ रहा है 2 का स्क्वायर विच इज 4, 5 का स्क्वायर विच इज 25 एंड 3 का स्क्वायर विच इज 9 एंड दूसरे में 1 plus 64 plus 16. So cos theta is minus 2 plus 40 minus 12 divided by, so this result is 29 and 9 38. So again 29 and 9 is 38 and this is 1681. Okay, check again. Yeah, 81. So न्यूमरेटर में कितना आ रहा है नंबर 40 minus 14 which is 26 and नीचे 81 का स्क्वायर रूट होता है 9. root 38 will remain same, so I can cancel this 13. Oh sorry, नीचे कुछ cancel नहीं हो रहा. Okay, so 38 and I can find theta is cos inverse 26 by 9 root 38. So is this correct? Mostly. So ये रहा. ठीक है, पिछला क्वेश्चन भी करेक्ट ही है मोस्टली. वहाँ पे बस यहाँ पे मिस्टेक है क्या प्रिंट हुआ होगा. So 26 9 and root 38. So let's do second part of this question. So in the similar way, we can do second part. तो सेकेंड पार्ट के लिए इक्वेशन क्या गिवन है? सो जस्ट अ सेकेंड, ये रहा. तो कार्टेशियन फॉर्म गिवन है, एंगल निकालना है. सो ठीक है, तो पहला वाला इक्वेशन इज ऑलरेडी इन द फॉर्म, दिस इज एक्स माइनस 0 बाई 2 इक्वल टू वाई. वाई का कोएफिशिएंट 1 है, माइनस 0 बाई 2 एंड z माइनस 0 बाई 1. So I can write b1 vector, which is vector parallel to line 1, which is 2i cap, 2j cap and k cap. And b2 vector, vector parallel to line 2 is, so this is already in that form, x minus x1 by a, so y minus y1 by b. So a, b, c are 4i j plus 8k, and you can find cos theta as the dot product of b1 dot b2 divided by magnitude of b1 and magnitude of b2, which is 2 into 4 plus 2 into 1 plus 1 into 8 का मॉड्यूलस डिवाइडेड बाय मैग्नीट्यूड दोनों का 4 plus 1 and 16 plus 1 plus 64. So numerator comes out to be 8 plus 2 plus 8 and नीचे I get square root 9 and square root 81. So this is numerator is 18 and नीचे आ रहा है 3 into 9. I can cancel probably 9 and I find 2 by 3. So cos theta is 2 by 3 and theta must be cos inverse 2 by 3, which I think must be correct. So here cos inverse 2 by 3. So let's move to 12th question now. So this is important, ठीक है? This is important क्योंकि अब ध्यान से देखो, this is not x minus x1 by a, y minus y1 by b नहीं है, z minus z1 by c नहीं है. So we have to bring it in the form. So हमें x का कोएफिशिएंट क्या चाहिए होता है? 1 चाहिए होता है, right? यहाँ पे -1 है, if you look. So what I will do, I will take negative common from the numerator and this will become x minus 1 by, नीचे क्या आ जाएगा? -3 आ जाएगा, राइट? ठीक है, so line 1. Okay, because if I note down अभी इनका डायरेक्शन it is 3 2p and 2 and suddenly it will change. अब सेकंड वाले लाइन में देखो y का कोएफिशिएंट क्या है? 7. So I should divide numerator and denominator with 7, so to get y minus 2 divided by 2p by 7, and this is z minus 3 by 2 already in the form. So now this is the correct form. ठीक है, it can be now compared with x minus x1 by a. यहाँ पे x का कोएफिशिएंट क्या है? 1. y minus y1 by b and z minus z1 by c. So now I can note down direction of line 1. So b1 वेक्टर कितना है? -3i cap प्लस में 2p by 7j cap प्लस में 2k cap. ओके, एंड लाइन 2 करेक्ट फॉर्म लिखेंगे उसका. So यहाँ पे I should divide numerator and denominator with -7, because if I divide by -7 x का कोएफिशिएंट 1 बन जाएगा. So I get -7 से डिवीजन के बाद x minus 1 divided by 3p by -7. So Let me do it a little bit on the right so that you can also see it. So यहाँ पे मुझे क्या करना है, x का कोएफिशिएंट +1 बनाना है, राइट? So I will divide by -7 in the numerator and denominator. तो x का कोएफिशिएंट 1 बन जाएगा and 7 को -7 से डिवाइड किया, it will become -1 and 3p by -7, राइट? ठीक है, तो नीचे आ गया नेगेटिव -3p/7, ओके. एंड सेकंड वाला नंबर इज ऑलरेडी इन द फॉर्म, सो y - 5/1 इज ऑलरेडी इन द फॉर्म क्योंकि y का कोएफिशिएंट क्या है, 1 है. अगले वाले में आई शुड डिवाइड बाय -1 इन द न्यूमरेटर एंड डिनोमिनेटर टू फॉर्म z - 6 डिवाइडेड बाय -5. Okay, so now I can note down b2 vector, which is vector parallel to line 2. So -3p/7 I cap plus j cap minus 5k cap. तो मैंने नीचे वाले नंबर से वेक्टर बना लिया, वेक्टर पैरेलल टू लाइन 2, वेक्टर पैरेलल टू लाइन 1. सो इफ L1 and L2 आर परपेंडिकुलर, सो ठीक है, so if L1 is perpendicular to line 2, it should imply b1 dot b2 must be 0. Vector parallel to line 1 should का dot product with vector parallel to line 2 must be 0. So I find इन दोनों का dot product. So what is that? -3 into -3p/7 plus 2p/7 into 1 plus 2 into z, इसका z coordinate क्या, -5. This must be 0. Let's see what we get. So we get 9p/7 plus 2p/7 is equal to 10. 11p/7 is 10 and I find p की value है 70/11. So is this the correct answer? Let's check. 70/11 is the correct answer. ठीक है. So let's move to 13th question. Show that these two lines are perpendicular to each other. तो क्या करना, नीचे वाले नंबर्स लेने, उनका डॉट प्रोडक्ट किसके इक्वल करना, 0 के इक्वल करना, राइट? So I have to note down these numbers and इनसे मैं बना लूंगा b1 vector and b2 vector. So b1 vector is 7i minus 5j. तो ऑलरेडी पहले फॉर्म चेक कर लेते हैं, x - x1/a, ये तो करेक्ट फॉर्म है, y - y1 and z - 0, ये सब these are already in the form, right? ठीक है. Okay, so 5j plus k and b2 vector I 1i 2j 3k. So these are vectors parallel to L1 and L2 and let's find b1 dot b2 vector. ठीक है, ये cos थीटा ऐसे निकालते हैं ना, एंगल बिटवीन दीज टू वेक्टर्स, b1 dot b2 निकालना ही पड़ता है, तो we'll just find b1 dot b2. अगर ये 0 आ रहा होगा then we'll say b1 is perpendicular to b2, so which is, so b1 dot b2 vector is coming out to be, let's do ax bx. So 7 into 1 plus में -5 into 2 plus में 1 into 3, which is 7 minus 10 plus 3, which is 0. So I find b1 vector dot b2 vector is 0. That implies b1 vector is perpendicular to b2 vector and that implies line 1 is perpendicular to line 2, right? Okay, both lines are perpendicular. Parallelly perpendicular. So I can say L1 है, so it is not a vector, it's just a line. So sorry for this. So I can say hence proved. Okay. So let's move to next question. So find the shortest distance between these two lines. So shortest distance निकालने के लिए we need to write a2 vector, a1 vector. पहले सब vectors note down कर लेते हैं. कि लाइन के इक्वेशंस आर रिप्रेजेंटेड एज a1 प्लस लैम्डा b1, राइट, एंड दूसरे लाइन का इक्वेशन इज रिप्रेजेंटेड एज a2 प्लस लैम्डा b2. सो लेट्स फाइंड a1 वेक्टर कितना है. a1 वेक्टर इज I कैप प्लस 2j कैप प्लस k कैप. a2 वेक्टर is 2I minus j minus k. And if you remember the formula, मुझे क्या चाहिए, a2 minus a1 वेक्टर चाहिए. So I will calculate it here to find 2 minus 1 I cap प्लस में minus 1 minus 2 j cap प्लस में minus 1 k cap. So a2 minus a1 vector comes out to be I cap minus 3 j cap minus 2 k cap. Now I can note down b1 vector, which is I cap minus j cap plus k cap. b2 vector, which is, so bracket हटा देते हैं, 2I plus j plus 2k. And if you remember the shortest distance between skew lines, so you can see यहाँ पे these are not parallel lines, right, ठीक है, क्योंकि डायरेक्शन रेशियोज के कंपोनेंट्स का so इनके कंपोनेंट्स का रेशियो इज हाफ, 1 minus 1 by 1 and 1 half, so not same. So these are skew lines, right, I can safely say these are skew lines. And skew lines के केस में I need to find the value of b1 cross b2, which will be represented as ijk and then the numbers associated with b1 and b2, which are 1 minus 1 1 and 2 1 2. So b1 cross b2 वेक्टर आ रहा है I cap के साथ में. I'll do it a little bit faster. So minus 2 minus 1 j cap के साथ में I'm keeping positive, so beware of that, but you calculate it yourself and check if you get the same answer. I'm getting 2 minus 2 and k cap के साथ में I'm getting 1 plus 2. So I find it to be minus 3I plus 0j plus 3k. So what is the magnitude of b1 cross b2, which is the term in the denominator, right, which is square root of 9 plus 0 plus 9, which is 3 root 2. So distance between skew lines is defined as modulus, so that जो ऊपर स्केलर ट्रिपल प्रोडक्ट है उसका आंसर क्या है, पॉजिटिव आए, और एंड देन a2 minus a1 वेक्टर का डॉट प्रोडक्ट विद क्रॉस प्रोडक्ट ऑफ b1 क्रॉस b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. So if you remember, the result was some st cos theta. St was a2 minus a1 cos theta. मैंने कैसे define किया? So and so projection is always defined as st into pq cap. Pq cap was n cap, right? So you can watch that in the previous lecture where I've given the derivation. तो मैंने शॉर्ट में भी याद करने का तरीका दिया हुआ, बट दिस फॉर्मूला यू शुड रिमेंबर, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर स्कूल एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन है और कुछ नहीं करना, हमें अब डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेना है दो वेक्टर्स का. सो a2 माइनस a1 वेक्टर क्या है, i माइनस 3j प्लस 2k, सॉरी माइनस 2k, एंड इसका डॉट प्रोडक्ट किसके साथ लेना है हमें, माइनस 3i प्लस 0j प्लस 3k, एंड बाहर मॉड लगा दे ताकि आंसर जो भी आए पॉजिटिव आए. नीचे क्या है, मैग्नीट्यूड ऑफ b1 क्रॉस b2 विच इज 3 रूट 2. बस सारे नंबर पढ़ के आंसर आ गया. एंड डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेना आखिरी बार. सो वी फाइंड 1 इंटू माइनस 3 प्लस में माइनस 3 इंटू 0, देन इट इज माइनस और प्लस, माइनस 2a, सो प्लस माइनस 2 इंटू 3, so mod divided by 3 root 2. So minus 3, 0 and minus 6, 3 root 2, and distance is coming out to be minus of mod 9. So तभी मॉडुलस लगा होता है ताकि ये आंसर नेगेटिव ना आए, राइट. ठीक है, so आंसर इज 9 by 3 root 2. Then you can cancel 3. So answer is distance is 3 by root 2. And you can rationalize the result to find 3 by 2 into root 2. I multiplied numerator and denominator by root 2. So नीचे वाले में I can remove this dot at least. So 3 root 2 divided by 2. So let's check the answer from the back side of the book. So this says question number 16. Shortest distance between skew lines. ये रहा 16th नहीं 14th distance between these two lines. So 14th का आंसर कितना आ रहा है 3 root 2 by 2. Okay, so our answer is correct. So let's move to 15th question. Okay, so by comparison, so आप इसमें स्केलर फॉर्म यूज कर सकते हो, ठीक है. Cartesian form, if you remember the formula, that is the case. If you can remember, you can use मॉड्यूलस लगा होता है एंड अंदर क्या होता है डिटर्मिनेंट होता है विच इज x2 minus x1 y2 minus y1 z2 minus z1 and then a1 b1 c1 a2 b2 c2 and divided by square root of b1 c2 minus b2 c1 squared and other two terms also. So c1 a2 minus c2 a1 square plus a1 b2 minus b2 a1 a2 b1 square. So if you want to, you can remember this formula, but let's say we don't, right? So what I will do is write down the vector form of these equations and write, or you can directly note down the a1 vector from the coordinate x1 y1 z1. So coordinate a कितना है x1 y1 z1 which is given by x. तो यहाँ पे क्या given होता है x minus x1 y minus y1 z minus z1, right? So coordinate a कितना होगा -1 comma -1 comma -1, क्योंकि if I subtract this then there, ठीक है ना, because if you look carefully this is x minus में कितना -1, right, divided by 7 plus में x minus x1, तो minus में -1, ठीक है. And so I can find a1 vector now which is minus I cap minus j cap minus k cap. Similarly, I can find point B on the line which is x2, y2, z2. So point B on the line is so x minus x1. So क्या है वो 3. So I'm noting numbers from here 3, 5 and 7. क्या subtract हुआ होगा 3, 5 and 7. So I find a2 vector as 3i, 5j, 7k. Now I can find, so मेरे को दो points मिल गए मेरे, so I can find a2 minus a1 vector which is 3 plus 1 I cap plus 5 plus 1 j cap plus 7 plus 1 k cap which is 4i, 6j and 8k. Okay, so एक part तो हो गया. Then you can write b1 and b2 vector which are little bit direct. So b1 vector कितना होगा, so b1 vector can be written by the direction of the line 1 and वो कितना है 7i minus 6j and 1 times k, right? So मैंने इसको किससे नोट किया इन नंबर से, राइट, डायरेक्शन रेशियोज ऑफ लाइन 1 से, राइट, डिनोमिनेटर से. एंड b2 वेक्टर डायरेक्शन ऑफ लाइन 2 इज I cap minus 2j cap plus k cap. Okay, so in this way you can find, remember the formula. सिर्फ एक फॉर्मूला याद कर सकते हो, let's say vector form वाला, and you can do the question in vector form only. ठीक है, like now I can form b1 cross b2. which is I, J, K. And looking at these two, I can say these are skew lines, right? ठीक है, parallel lines नहीं है, इनका रेशियो अलग अलग आ रहा है, right? Components का skew lines है. So that's why I'm finding B1 cross B2. I, J, K. 7 minus 6, 1. 1 minus 2, 1. So let me check the numbers again. From the denominator, 7 minus 6, 1 and 1 minus 2, 1. Okay. So let's find this. So this is I cap के साथ में I'll do directly minus 6 plus 2 positive j के साथ में 1 minus 7 positive k के साथ में minus 14 plus 6 and I find minus 4i minus 6j minus 8k. Magnitude of B1 cross B2 is square root of 16 plus 36 plus 64. So probably I can take 4 common from each of these. So 4 common ले लो तो बाहर 2 आ गया, अंदर बच रहा है 4 plus 9 plus 16, right? So then I add these numbers inside और ये बन रहा है root 39. Okay, so I'm getting answer as 29 to 29, sorry, to root 29. So let's find the result now. So our shortest distance between skew lines is given by modulus of a2 minus a1 vector का dot product with b1 cross b2 divided by mod of b1 cross b2. So all we have to do is put the numbers in. So a2 minus a1 क्या वेक्टर है हमारा? This is 4i plus 6j plus 8k and इसका डॉट प्रोडक्ट हमें लेना है minus 4i minus 6j minus 8k के साथ, तो डॉट और नीचे के नंबर आ रहा है 2 root 29. Let's simplify this. So distances, so 4 into minus 4, yes, 4 into minus 4, which is minus 16, 6 into minus 6 minus 36 and 8 into minus 8 minus 64. So good thing we have a modulus outside. So this will become 64 and 16 is 80, 80 plus 36 is 116 divided by 2 root 29. So negative आ रहा है but mod की वजह से positive हो गया and then I get 58. So distance is 58 by root 29. So 58 का double, sorry 29 का double 58 होता है. So probably I will rationalize this. So rationalize करने पे आ रहा है 58 root 29, नीचे 29, this is 2, so distance is 2 root 29. So let's check the answer. So this is question number 15, 2 root 29. Okay, so let's do 16th question. So let's insert the question here and तो ये दो lines given है. So if I put a bracket here, you can note down a1 vector कितना है वो, I cap plus 2j cap plus 3k cap. I can find now a2 vector, which is 4i plus 5j plus 6k. So these are position vectors of the points on the line. From these we need to find a2 minus a1 vector, which is 3i plus 3j plus 3k. Then मेरे को b1 vector note down करना, which is I cap minus 3j cap plus 2k cap. b2 vector is 2i plus 3j plus k. So b1 cross b2, which is a vector which is perpendicular to both line 1 and line 2, it is ijk. So 1 minus 3, 2, 2, 3, 1. So let's check that again. 1 minus 3, 2 and 2, 3, 1. So these are of course skew lines. As you can see, ratios are not conserved, half, minus 1 and 2 by 1. Skew lines. So that's why I'm finding b1 cross b2. So I cap के साथ I'm getting minus 3, minus 6. Positive j cap के साथ I'm getting 4 minus 1. Positive k cap के साथ I'm getting 3 plus 6. So this result is minus 9i plus 3j plus 9k. So now let's find its magnitude. b1 cross b2 का magnitude is root 81 plus 9 plus 81. So probably I can take 9 common, so 3 will go outside, and inside I will be left with 9 plus 1 plus 9, which is 19. So 3 root 19 is the result. Now let's put it in the formula. Distance between skew lines is defined as modulus of a2 minus a1 का dot product, so which is this vector, इसका dot product with this vector, so b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2 जो हमने already calculate कर लिया. तो अंदर वाला डॉट प्रोडक्ट कितना आ रहा है, 3 इंटू माइनस 9 प्लस में 3 इंटू 3 प्लस में 3 इंटू 9, नीचे वाला नंबर है 3 रूट 90 minus 27 plus 9 plus 27. So these two cancel out. So simplifying this, we get 9 by 3 root 19, and this becomes 3 by root 19. If you want to, you can rationalize this to find result as 3 root 19 by 19. Okay. So let's check the answer from the back side of the book. So 3 by root 19 is the answer for 16. So our answer is correct. Here. So let's move to next question. Find the shortest distance between the lines whose vectors are these two vectors. So okay. So R vector को पहले हम simplify करेंगे पहले line के equation को. This is I cap 1 I cap minus t times I cap. ठीक है, तो मैं ओपन कर रहा हूँ इसको फॉर नाउ. ठीक है, देन t टाइम्स j cap minus 2 टाइम्स j cap एंड व्हाट. सो यहाँ पे t और s गिवन है, यहाँ पे लैम्डा की जगह क्या गिवन है पहले इक्वेशन में, इफ यू लुक केयरफुली, तो लैम्डा की जगह आपको t गिवन है. ठीक है, यहाँ पे म्यू की जगह s गिवन है, तो देख के कंफ्यूज मत हो जाना कि क्या गिवन है. दीज आर जस्ट some arbitrary real numbers, right? T comma s belongs to real, right? Okay, these are some real numbers. So, and if you want to, you can write it directly also. एक बार ओपन करने से अच्छा यू कैन राइट इट डायरेक्टली ऑल्सो, कि पहले आप क्या लिखो, नंबर्स विदाउट एनी आर्बिट्री कांस्टेंट, सो विच इज यहाँ पे इफ यू नोट डाउन पहले वाले में 1 आ रहा है, सो दिस इज 1 आई कैप, एंड देन नंबर विदाउट टी कौन सा है सेकंड वाले केस में, दिस इज -2 जे कैप, एंड देन आखिरी में क्या है +3 के कैप, एंड देन यू टेक आउट टी कॉमन, एंड अंदर क्या बच रहा है -1 आई कैप प्लस जे कैप -2 k cap. So if you are finding this difficult to write in एक ही बारी में, तो ध्यान से देखो, all I've done is opened this to write 1 i cap minus t I cap plus t j cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap and minus 2 t k cap. एंड मैंने t वाले टर्म्स वहां पे ले गया, एंड आई टुक कॉमन t एंड I cap, so these are I cap, 2j and 3k are here, and t जहां से कॉमन लिया those terms are here. So now this equation looks like r vector is equal to a vector, a1 vector plus t times b vector, right? ठीक है, लैम्डा की जगह इस बार हमने सिर्फ t लिखा हुआ, and that's it. So don't get confused looking at this question. And now हम क्या नोट डाउन कर सकते हैं, a1 vector which is I cap minus 2 j cap plus 3 k cap, and we can also note down b1 vector which is vector parallel to line 1 which is minus I cap plus j cap minus 2 k cap. Similarly, second equation जो टॉप पे दिख रहा है that can be also simplified, तो आप उसको चाहिए तो आप ओपन कर लो, ठीक है. So r vector is s times I cap plus I cap plus 2s j cap minus j cap minus 2s k cap minus k cap. So checking the results again, and then आप पहले वेक्टर लिख लीजिए जिसमें कोई s नहीं है, so I cap minus j cap minus k cap plus s times क्या आ रहा है I cap minus 2 j cap minus 2 k cap. Okay, and this from this I can find a2 vector which is I cap minus j cap minus k cap, and b2 vector which is I cap minus 2 j cap minus 2 k cap. So checking again, so 2s वाला टर्म पॉजिटिव है यहाँ पे, so I made a mistake, so this is positive, so this must be positive. Okay, and this equation ये कौन से फॉर्म में, r vector is equal to a2 vector plus lambda times b2, तो lambda की जगह बस क्या गिवन है, s गिवन है यहाँ पर, s times b2 है, right? And I got a2 also and b2 also. अब क्या करना है, अगर हमें a1 मिल गया, a2 मिल गया, b1 मिल गया, b2 मिल गया, अब हमें क्या निकालना है, बस डिस्टेंस निकालना है इन दोनों लाइंस के बीच में, राइट? So let's do that. So let's find a2 minus a1 vector. So this is 1 minus 1 I cap plus में -1 plus 2 j cap plus में -1 minus 3 k cap which is 0 I cap plus j cap minus 4 k cap. We can also find now b1 cross b2 vector, so which is a determinant of I j k, and क्या numbers है, b1 के हैं -1 1 and -2, you can look it here at the top, and b2 के क्या components हैं, so 1 2 and -2, so we can simplify it to be, so I'll do the determinant directly. So I cap के साथ में I'm getting -2 plus 4 पॉजिटिव जे कैप के साथ आई एम गेटिंग -2. So okay, -2 and then this is plus and this will become -2 and then k cap के साथ -2 -1. So please check on your own. इसको do not just write that, calculate on your own and we get 2i -4j -3k. So this is b1 vector, a cross product with b2 vector. Now we can find magnitude of b1 cross b2, which is 4 plus 16 plus 9 square root 29, and distance between skew lines is defined as modulus of a2 minus a1 dotted with b1 cross b2 divided by magnitude of b1 cross b2. तो इन दोनों वेक्टर्स के बीच में डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेना है. कहाँ लिखे हैं ये दोनों वेक्टर्स? ये रहे. ठीक है, इन दोनों वेक्टर्स के बीच में डॉट प्रोडक्ट लेते हैं. तो लेट्स राइट द रिजल्ट डाउन. कि डिस्टेंस कितना आ रहा है? 0 इंटू 2 प्लस में 1 इंटू -4. के का आपका कॉम्पोनेंट क्या है यहाँ पे? -4 a2 माइनस a1 में, एंड b1 क्रॉस b2 में के कॉम्पोनेंट क्या है? -3. सो this is root 29. So I'm getting 0 minus 4 plus 12. Okay, root divided by root 29. So which is 8 by root 29. So is this answer correct? Let's check that. So this is question number 17. 17 का आंसर है 8 by root 29. Okay, so any more questions? So no. And then next topic is equation of a plane, which will be done in the next lecture. So thank you for watching. Notes will be available below the video, and of course I am tagging the time here, so you can click so you can find in the comments कि आप you can find in the comments कि at which time कौन सा question है. So you can just click and just go to the question directly if you have any doubts. Thank you. So